What's up guys, and welcome to another track guide. This week we're at Mugello with our brand new Lamborghini Huracan for the GT3 series in low fuel motorsports. Despite not being the easiest car to drive at this track, the Huracan seems to be one that has an answer to whatever challenge this track throws at you. The setup solutions I've been able to find are turning these Hotlap sessions into one of my favorite parts of the week. Just reminding you that our lovely YouTube members are getting access to all track guide contents with a 2-day head start compared to their competition. So if you want to become part of that group and support the work that I do, make sure you click the join button and don't forget to also join my Discord community to get the setups, ghost car, telemetry files, and all of the necessary information you need to schedule a coaching session with me, just like dozens of other LFM drivers have already done. Now let's get into the track guide. Coming into turn 1, start braking hard just before the 100 board and send the car on a late apex trajectory with very delicate steering movements while going all the way down into first gear. Our main goal through this turn is to be able to put the power to the ground efficiently while staying in a relatively tight line on exit, since going wide would highly impact our line and speed through turn 2. As soon as you're just past the beginning of the outside curb, squeeze the brakes gently to scrub off some speed and shift the weight to the nose of the car. You have to be very patient here, since our priority through this turn is to maintain a tight line to set up a fast exit for turn 3. Doing this nicely will make your life very easy for the rest of the section. Start braking at the 50 board and make sure you are a little bit under the limit for the left-hander, as getting out of shape in any way will severely compromise the next right-hander, which is one of the most important corners on the track. Understanding the previous section is an absolute must for this track, since you should treat these two corners in the exact same way as you just did for the ones before. Into Casanova, start braking gently around the end of the excess road wall on the left and be very gentle with your steering movements while opening up your line for Savelli. Since we are running a very low wing setup with a front biased aero balance, the rear end can become quite loose around mid to high speed corners, but that's what we need for the infamous Arrabiata coming up soon. Use as much of the track as you can on entry and slowly roll off the throttle after turning in. This will give you extra rotation, but in a very smooth way to not upset the balance of the car. As soon as you can clearly see the exit of the turn, get back on throttle and aim to go for the curbs on the outside. This time we will have a much shorter lift, but just as important. No matter what you do, don't ever consider taking this inside curb as an option, because this is what will happen. About 2 cars lengths into the outside curb, brake hard and in a straight line until you're able to go down into second gear. After that, start coming off the brakes and turning in. You have to be very patient on throttle here, because building speed between these two corners can be very harmful. If anything, just use the throttle lightly as a means to maintain speed and leave the hard acceleration for the exit of the left-hander. For this very tricky corner, Start braking diagonally as soon as the ambulance on the left hides itself behind the A-pillar of the car. After that, send the car on a very late apex while carrying a small amount of brake pressure. These references can change a lot depending on your view settings, so make sure you join my Discord to get this replay and watch it in your game to understand how that would look like for you. For the last turn, start braking diagonally between the 100 and the 50 board and do the exact same thing you did for the last turn. It's very important to set up this exit as cleanly as possible because it leads to a massive straight and it's very easy to understeer off the track under acceleration if you get this wrong. So that was a lap around Mugello with the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo, and I hope this track guide was helpful to your week of racing in low fuel motorsports. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the hot lap.